Hello! It is time to open the March Fairyloot box. This is the March box. They had a whole load of delays because of the situation in the world right now, which is fine, but this has just arrived at my house. I cannot remember what the theme is, so let's just get into it. Sneak peek. The spoiler card is not on top, so I can't tell you what the theme is, and like I said, I can't remember, but I am already seeing so much cool stuff, so I'm really excited. Okay, let's go. The first thing on top says it's a tumbler, which makes me very, very excited because I was actually looking at buying a tumbler because I keep getting cat hair in all my bloody drinks because it's summer and the cats are molting like crazy right now. And this is Fairyloot and Holly Black. So it's going to be Cruel Prince themed or Folk of the Air themed at least. Yes, I really like this. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this on camera, but it says to family and fairyland and pizza and stories and new beginnings and scheming great schemes. I can toast to that. Holly Black. I really, really like that, and it's actually quite weighty, which is good because I do have another one that came from Fairyloot and it wasn't as heavy as this, and there were some knocking it over incidents, so that kind of thing is preferable for my clumsy self. Okay, the next thing we have is a passport holder. This is the second one of these we've had in a Fairyloot box since I've been subscribed, and it says Citizen of Wonderland, so I'm guessing that this is Alice in Wonderland themed. Still can't remember what the theme card of this one is supposed to be. Like the last one of these that we got in a Fairyloot box, I probably won't use it, although I do like this one better than the one we got last time. I've just never really used a passport holder, although I do actually quite like this one, so maybe I would. Next up we have a notepad which has Aladdin themed items on it, I think. So if I had to guess, I would guess that this is an Aladdin themed, and maybe it was something like sands or something to do with, I don't know, I need to stop trying to guess. Let me see if I can find the spoiler card. Okay, so this is the spoiler card and the theme is Break the Curse. So I'm not going to look at the back of the spoiler card, but at least we're now on the same page. The next item is a book sleeve, which I love. I'm so excited. I love it when we get book sleeves. And this one is a quote from Bridget Kemmerer, which says, "Failure isn't absolute. Just because you couldn't save everyone doesn't mean you didn't save anyone," which I think is Curse So Dark and Lonely themed, which is really nice. I like it when they include items that have been inspired by books that they've previously included in boxes, and as always, Fairyloot quality of book sleeves is amazing. We've got a nice zip on the top, nice and big inside, nice and cushiony, and I really like the colours on this, the pale blues and the dark blues and the purples. Really, really like that. Next up we have a headband, and this one is inspired by the Raven cycle. So I have a really big head and I also have really big hair, so I'm going to attempt to put this on. It's probably not going to fit, and even if it does fit, it will probably look completely ridiculous, but we can all just laugh at me together, can't we? So let's just give that a go, shall we? There we go. Do I look stupid? Probably. I can't even see it. It's like too far back on my head, but let's have a look. I don't think so. We're gonna forget that that happened. Let's just move on. The next item in the box is a lanyard, and it looks like it might also be Alice in Wonderland themed. I am not sure because it's got roses and playing cards and top hats on it, so it could also be Caraval themed. I don't know, but I like it. I like hanging these on my bookshelves because I would never use as many lanyards as I seem to get in these boxes, but they do look nice displayed on bookshelves as just like a nice sort of ribbon, and you just hide that between the books or something. So top tip in case you don't know what to do with your lanyards. Then we have our tarot cards for the month. So we have 7 and 8 of cups. Per usual, I have absolutely no idea which fandom these are from, but they are super pretty as always. Really, really like those. These might be Throne of Glass? Don't know. But I do think that they're very, very pretty. Oh, and there's an additional item in here, which is a postcard from Valaris with a message from Fairyloot on the back, which I will read to you because it is very sweet. So, dearest Fairylooter, it has been a hard time for everyone in recent months, and we hope that you are staying safe, looking out for yourself and others, and practicing social distancing if you can. This box is reaching you a lot later than it normally would, and we would like to thank you so incredibly much for your patience and trust in us to get this box to you. We've been blown away by how kind and supportive our community is, and whilst these have been some difficult times, we look forward to things returning to normal in the future and continuing to bring magic to your homes. Valaris from A Court of Thorns and Roses series is a fictional city, but one that we have always associated with happiness and safety. So we thought that sending you this postcard from the City of Starlight itself would brighten your day a bit and remind you not to let the hard days win. Once again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts from your friends at Fairyloot, which is incredibly sweet, and the artwork is pretty and beautiful as always, and I think I see Reese flying over the city in one of those pictures, so that's really, really lovely touch, so sweet. And then the final thing in the box is of course the book, and as always I'm going to attempt to extract the other items without looking at the book. Okay, so we have the bookmark with the spoiler card art on it there. We have the fairy scoop, which I'll look at in a minute, and we have the Dear Reader letter with the artwork from the book on the reverse, and I really like that artwork. It's super pretty and intricate. So much detail. Really nice. And finally, it is time for the book, and I feel a velvet touch cover, which if you've watched my videos before, you know I really love. It's Bonecryer's Moon! Oh yay! Oh, this has been on my TBR. I've been seeing this floating around, and first things first, this cover art is just beautiful. But I'm really excited that this is the book actually, because I've heard about it and I felt like it was a really good one. And oh, it's got sort of pastel green shimmery. I don't know if you can see the shimmer actually, maybe a little bit, but it is shimmery sprayed edges and the soft touch cover like I mentioned. It is signed by the author on the end papers, which I actually really quite like. Let's see what it looks like naked. So it's just plain black hardcover with gold lettering on the spine. We do also have a reversible dust jacket. I really like the art on that as well. Okay, so I will read you the synopsis because I can't remember what it is about. I just know that I read what it was about and thought that it sounded interesting. So let's see. Bonecryers have a sacred duty. They alone can keep the dead from preying on the living. But their power to ferry the spirits of the dead into Goddess Alara's night heavens or Tyrus's underworld comes from sacrifice. The gods demand a promise of dedication at the cost of the Bonecryer's one true love. Elise has been prepared since birth to become the matriarch of the Bonecryers, but first she must complete her rite of passage and kill the boy she's also destined to love. Bastion's father was slain by a Bonecryer, and he's been seeking revenge ever since, but his vengeance comes too late. Elise's ritual has begun, and now their fates are entwined in life and in death. Sabine has never had the stomach for the Bone Crier's work, but when her best friend Elise is taken captive, Sabine will do whatever it takes to break the bond between Elise and Bastien before they all die. The first pulse-pounding novel in a new duology from the New York Times best-selling author of Burning Glass shines with doomed romance, macabre magic, and a betrayal with the power to shatter the boundary between the living and the dead. And I didn't mention that this is by Catherine Purdy. And yeah, that sounds great. And it's a duology, which I really like. There should be more duologies. I feel like it's a really, really great series length, and I'm obsessed with this cover. I wonder if it's an exclusive cover. It does look like the same, but let's see. Yeah, it is. It's not an exclusive cover, but it doesn't need to be because this cover is just so pretty. The Fairy Scoop has the interview with the author, and the read-along is taking place from the 4th of May, which I think is really good that they did move it so that it could still happen. And then the April box is memories themed, and I can't remember when they said that the May box would be coming. The April box would be coming, sorry, because that one is delayed as well. I think I should be getting that maybe towards the end of May, and then I should get sort of May's box halfway through June, and then it should then be back to normal. I think that's what they're hoping anyway, but I can't stop looking at this book. The illustration is just so pretty, and I could just sit here and stroke it all day because I love these soft touch covers, and the shimmery sprayed edges. Oh, I get so distracted by shiny new books. Seriously, it's making me want to give up on my whole May TBR and read this one right now. It sounds so good. But anyway, those were all the items in the March Fairyloot box, which was Break the Curse themed. Another great box from Fairyloot, as always. If you received this box, what did you think of it? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you're all keeping well, but that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks, bye.